Come class, listen. Every piece of dollar, coin, cent that is given to you or that you work for is not to be spent on frivolous things. All right, y'all, come on, come class. Let's come to the front, class. Junior in the back, Cynthia, move forward, please. All right, this is the first episode, so the class is a little small, but that's okay. Hey, y'all, it's Snow, and welcome back to Snow by the Day, and today is the first episode of Snow's Coins. Okay, we'll be talking about everything money. Yeah. Finances, budgets, and everything. And remember, I'm not a pro. I'm just telling y'all what I know. All right, and I just believe in having a healthy relationship with your money. Okay, so all the Snow's Coins episodes is just about building and developing that healthy relationship with your money, and I really think that it begins with budgets and savings. Okay, so I have my notebook here. We're not going to be jibbling jambling, so let's just get into it. All right, let go. Okay, I broke it down to 3 easy steps, and these are the things that I do to save money. So we're going to start with strategy number uno. Okay, so strategy number 1 is going to be pay yourself. That's the easiest thing that you can do, is just pay yourself. So whenever you get a paycheck, just pay yourself. Now that is dependent, the amount is dependent on you. It's dependent on your paycheck. You don't want something too high, you don't want something too low, and you want something that you can sustain throughout the year. Okay, so last year I paid myself $100 a month. It was my first time paying myself, and I absolutely loved the outcome of it. Okay, so 100 times 12, of course, is $1,200. So I began in January, and as of December, my last paycheck that I received, I saved $1,200. It's easy as that. Before you pay a bill, before you pay rent, anything, pay yourself first, because you're the one who worked hard for that money. Okay, you're the one who got up early or late. You know what I'm saying? And you're the one who did the work. So pay yourself, bless yourself back, and reward yourself for all the hard work that you did in that work cycle. All right, now this year I am going to be upping mine to $200. We're going to see how that works. I am rearranging my budget just a little bit because my budget is changing. That'll be a different video, but I am upping mine to $200, and we're going to see how that works. Now I could do more, but once again, we're talking about something that you can sustain and something that you can be consistent with, and I can be consistent with paying myself $200. So that will be upping the amount that I saved to myself by the end of December 2021 to $2,400. All right, and now we're going to move on to strategy number 2. I love me a cash envelope. All right, I was really weary about it when everybody was doing cash envelopes. I was like, girl, my budget is fine. I don't need a cash envelope system. I don't need to have cash sitting around. I don't need to be like jotting down how much, but in reality I did need it, and I'm so glad that I tried it out. Once again, this was a strategy that I tried in 2020, and it showed me that it showed me that I needed it. And not only showed me that I needed it, it showed me that that's something that I'm going to continue to do in 2021. All right, so before C19 happened, I was using my cash faithfully. I just used my cash, and when the cash ran out, I was done shopping. I was done spending money. But when C19 happened, you know, the germs, the interactions with people, we just ain't doing it over here, sis. You get what I'm saying? So I moved back to my cards, but I didn't stop pulling out my cash. And let me explain to you why. I started using cards, which were credit cards. We're not going to get into it. That's another video. And it's only for the disciplined. If you're not disciplined, don't use no credit card. Okay, just do it digitally. But I used my credit. I pulled out my cash from my paycheck. I used my credit cards. I had 3 separate ones. And for gas, groceries, and fun. And at the end of every week, I will look at the balance of how much that I spent. And I will pull that amount from my cash envelopes, deposit into the bank, and pay that credit card back off. So yeah, I use credit cards to utilize me. Now those credit cards were already paid off, so if you don't have credit cards, that's fine and dandy. Just move to a digital cash envelope system where you have your debit cards. If you have multiple ones, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. Just make it so that you have a set amount of money in those debit cards, and you watch the balance, and when that balance gets down, that's how you know it's time to stop spending. So cash envelopes was a great system and strategy for me to save money, okay? But before we end this last strategy, I did want to mention how I also utilize my cash envelopes to fund my 52-week sinking funds. All right, you gotta work smarter, not harder. But once again, I do not like swiping that card, so it really limited the amount of money that I was spending, and I would utilize whatever money that was left over from that week from any of those categories: groceries, gas, fun, and nails. Whatever was left over, I moved into my 52-week challenge, and that money never saw the light of day for the rest of the year, basically. So when savings go in savings, it's a done deal. You might as well just, you know, RIP, because that money is gone, okay? It's gone. Now we're gonna move on to strategy number 3. And strategy number 3 is the rollover strategy, okay? So a lot of people have different types of budgets. There's tons of different types of budgets out there. Y'all need to go look those up. I will be sharing my budget, but just make sure you do your own research, because hey, I ain't a pro. I'm just telling y'all what I know. All right, so I do rollovers. So my budget is not zero based, meaning that every dollar is accounted for. Not every penny from my check is accounted for, but at the beginning of every paycheck cycle, at the beginning of every budget, I start from zero. I start from zero by moving money over. Whatever was left from that last paycheck, I move over to my savings account. It's done. It's over. If I didn't spend that money, I didn't spend it. I'm not going to move it over and end up spending it on things that I didn't need. If I didn't need to spend that money in that pay period, then I didn't need to spend that money, and I move that money over to savings, which I call my rollover. I do have a goal that I try to hit every month with my rollover. If I hit it, I hit it. I don't, but I always strive to hit that goal of rollover. The point is not to spend every dollar that crosses your hand. Every dollar that is given to you that you work for is not meant for you to spend on frivolous things. Let's say it again. Every money, every piece of cash, come class, listen. Every piece of dollar, coin, cent that is given to you or that you work for is not to be spent on frivolous things, okay? Save it for rainy days, save it for big investments, save it for big ticket items, or save it for big things that you might need to fix. You find yourself in bad situations when you spend your stuff on frivolous things, and then serious things pop up. Jot that down, okay? That's on the test. So yeah, y'all, my savings tactics are easy as 1, 2, 3. I promise you, money is not that hard. The hardest thing is your discipline and you're willing to do it. So let's quickly go over your savings strategies, okay? 1 is to pay yourself. 2 is to have cash envelope system, regardless if it's actual cash or you use debit cards or you use credit cards, but that's for the most discipline. You know, that's level 5, not level 1. Find your medium. Disclaimer, okay? And number 3 is rollover. Make sure you save as much money from your paycheck as you can. Don't spend it on frivolous things, and roll it over into your savings. And once you roll it over to your savings, you can just kiss it goodbye, have a little ceremony, because you're not touching it unless it's needed for important things, not frivolous things. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed so you'll never miss another episode of Snow's Coins. And until the next time, deuces.